Welcome to Zanskar A Paradise hidden in the Union territory of Ladakh. Perched at an altitude of 13,000 feet, Zanskar Valley, surrounded by white snow-capped mountains, alpine lakes, high-altitude passes and glaciers, which almost come down to the road, coupled with centuries-old monasteries and age-old traditional way of life, is nothing short of magic in today's age and time. Here, one can spend a day all by himself, just gazing at Gonborangjan, the mountain considered sacred by the Zanskari people. Or experience inner peace and tranquility visiting any of the centuries old monasteries. Unlike the monasteries in Leh, which are usually thronged by tourists of all shapes and sizes, here you can experience solitude and solace, as chances of you being the only tourist or traveler in the monastery is quite high. It's perhaps one of the last few places on the planet where we can enjoy and experience nature and traditional way of life in its most pure, unadulterated form even today. Padum, the heart of Zanskar, a place where time has stood still for centuries. A metal road dotted with few tiny shops, small restaurants, cafes, a few small hotels, homestays, one or two government offices, and a solitary petrol pump. Pretty much sums up the only major change this part of the world has witnessed till now. And that too comes as a surprise, as the town seems to have sprung up almost in the middle of nowhere. As one reaches here from Panikkar riding or driving over NH 301, a rocky dirt trail for over 150 kilometers through some stunningly beautiful rugged landscape. Life here is pretty hard in this harsh, cold mountainous region, and life in general revolves around the centuries-old monasteries like Karsha, Puktal and Songde, to name a few. Spiritualism seems to be the overriding force providing strength to lead life in this cold, desert-like landscape for centuries. Raising yaks, goats and sheep, coupled with whatever little agricultural produce that can be managed, is still now the main source of income of the Zanskari people. Right now, I am inside Karsha Monastery, centuries old. There's no other tourist other than me and Sanjeevda. tourism is yet to pick up as only the keen traveler and minded travelers and not ordinary tourists to land up in this paradise, and there are a few homestays and hotels offering basic amenities. However, in the very near future, in fact within a matter of a couple of years, Padum is about to witness a major change. A change which I apprehend would irreversibly alter the centuries old way of life. The very remoteness of the place, which kept it isolated and thus insulated from the outside world, is about to disappear. Zanskar Valley till a year ago was accessible only in the winters via the Chadar trek over the frozen Zanskar River. Only other connectivity was through NH 301, which connects it to Kargil. But now, with this pre off road construction work being carried out, Padum would be easily accessible from Manali side via the Shinkula and from Leh side via the Linkshed road. Both are already operational and can be easily traversed on a sturdy motorcycle or a 4x4 vehicle. Widening and metal topping of NH301 is in full swing too. It's only a matter of time before tourists in all types of cars come flocking to Padum, with hotels, resorts and tourism infrastructure being developed, and like the rest of Ladakh, tourism over time would surely become the major source of revenue for Zanskari people too. However, the rawness, non-touristy nature of Zanskar and its monasteries, the centuries-old traditional way of life, would be lost forever. Will it be the new Leh? Well, chances are high, and it depends upon the administration and the consciousness of the Zanskari people, whether they can preserve their centuries-old traditions and culture. It's a lot of modern times.